Hey, how's it going? In this video, I am going to show you the difference between ChatGPT and GPT-3. Both are AI technologies, both built by OpenAI and both capable of a lot. So the difference is, we'll start with ChatGPT. This is really great as a consumer product. If you've got a question, you can ask it and it will give you back a reasonable response. It might not be accurate, but it might put you in the right direction. So, for example, you could tell it, you're a Facebook ad specialist. I need an ad strategy for a new CRM app. Average order value, so we'll understand things like this, for the app is $99. Put it in, and ChatGPT will come up with a strategy. So here's the strategy. It has given us target audience, ad format, ad placement, ad messaging, budget, bidding, testing, optimization. From here, you can now ask it specific questions about the response it's given. It can remember your conversation. This is really great. You can have a full-on conversation for an hour where maybe if you spoke to an ad specialist, I'd probably charge you a couple of $100 for that conversation, where ChatGPT is free. It might be accurate advice or it might put you on the correct path. If we go into OpenAI and we go to the playground, so this is the prompt designer for OpenAI, and then you can spit out some code and incorporate into your app. I'll show you the difference. If you go to GPT-3 Playground, we'll use DaVinci. DaVinci is very capable. It gives you similar responses back to what ChatGPT can do as well. But you need to set in some extra parameters. So if we had this and then we just press submit, it may give you back something. So it's very concise, very short, but it won't really know what you want and what you don't want. ChatGPT can understand and it can give you a full conversational back, hence the chat. This is really good if we're designing a prompt and we want that prompt to always be the same and give similar answers, but in the context of AI and generating new versions. So this is saying for the new CRM app, I'd recommend targeting the following audiences: professional, blah, 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 blah. It's okay, it's nothing great. But if we give it an actual prompt, so this is a prompt that I'm designing, which we're incorporating into my app Promally. And this is for creating subject lines based on music release information. You can see the prompt looks very different. You can see we've got lots of hashes, we've got dates and things and lots of repetition. Where compared with ChatGPT, this is very clean and tidy, very consumer focused. You can't get confused by this. What you put in is what you get out. With GPT-3, what you put in might not necessarily is what you get back. So when you're designing a prompt, you have to tell it, so generate email subject lines for music promos for the following information. So this was my prompt example. So artist muse, this is the release date information and stuff. Release name is Absolution, release date 15th night 2003. And then you have to give it an example. So you actually have to tell GPT-3 what you want it to do and how it should formulate an answer based off your prompt. So when this is incorporated in the app, every time a customer puts in this information, it might be different. It might be, I don't know, Jules Holland and an album name of Jules and then a release date, something completely different, but it will generate a subject line based off what we have trained it on. So it will be very similar looking to this, just different words. So I'll show you the difference. So here we've got Muse, we've got a bit of Andy C, nightlife, just general different genres, different ways of saying the same thing to give a different perspective. So if we come down here, I'm just going to move my face. If we delete this one and we press submit. So here we go. So this is generating the subject line based upon this information here. So we could change this. We could call this one Sean Paul, and the release name is My Rubbish Album. And if we come down to this part and we delete this, GPT-3 will now take this information, it will reference everything we've trained it on. Below the hashes, it will then generate a subject line. Here we go. So Sean Paul set to drop my rubbish album on September 15th. Nice little subject line. And we're controlling this by the parameters on the right, where you haven't got this functionality in ChatGPT. Basically, it's defined for you and it will understand the context. So if we have a quick glance over these, the model you can choose, lots of different AI models, a lot more than ChatGPT can manage. Different models can do different things. They give you a summary of what they can do. DaVinci is very capable, but it's more, and it can also write very long kind of blog articles and things like that. We got codecs and things like that. So yeah, ChatGPT is kind of like DaVinci, just a bit more customer, consumer focused. DaVinci 003 or GPT-3 is very app driven. Like I said, like now I've built this prompt. We can view that we can paste this into our app and we can do an API call and it will call OpenAI and it will generate the response and send it back to your application for customer use. So two different softwares, both fairly similar, but for two different use cases. So yeah, I hope that's helped and I hope you understand the difference. ChatGPT will change a lot of how people use the internet. I can see not replacing Google, but coincide in Google. You know, if you can't find it on Google, ask ChatGPT. Really great if you want a specific answer to a question. And then we got GPT-3, which is really good if you're building an application and you want to incorporate it into your app, like we're doing at Promally, and to, you know, give your customers a better experience. So yeah, if you like this video, drop me a subscribe. If you've got any comments about AI, I'm really interested in it at the moment, and yeah, post them below in the comments. Cheers, see ya.